Hello, everyone. Have you ever wondered if there is life beyond Earth? We know that Earth is home to many living organisms because it has all the necessary conditions for life to exist. However, there are some creatures that can live in extreme environments which are known as extremophiles. In today's video, we will learn how extremophiles help us look for life. As I mentioned earlier, that extremophiles are creatures that can live in extreme environments. But before we talk more about extremophiles and extreme living conditions, let's understand what we mean by regular life or normal living conditions. Regular life refers to the living organisms that exist on Earth, including plants, animals, and humans. Plants, animals, and humans need specific conditions to survive, such as a suitable temperature, oxygen, and a particular atmosphere. Most living organisms require a specific temperature range to survive. For example, humans can survive in a temperature range of 15 to 30 degrees Celsius, whereas oxygen is essential for most living organisms to breathe and produce energy. Without oxygen, most living organisms would not be able to survive, and different organisms require different atmospheric conditions to survive. For example, plants require carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Now that we have understood what a regular life refers to, let's talk about extremophiles and the extreme environments they can live in. Extremophiles are living organisms that can survive in extreme environments where regular life cannot exist. Some examples of extreme environments include high radiation, extreme temperatures, lava, and deep underwater. Tardigrades or water bears are examples of extremophiles. These tiny creatures are found all over the world, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans. Tardigrades are so tough that they are often called indestructible and have even survived in space. Very interesting, right? Let's make this more interesting by exploring the types of extremophiles. Thermophiles, acidophiles, and halophiles are types of extremophiles. Thermophiles are bacteria that can survive in very high temperatures up to 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. They are commonly found in hot springs and geysers. Whereas acidophiles are bacteria that can survive in highly acidic environments such as battery acid and volcanic springs. And halophiles are bacteria that can survive in highly saline environments such as the Dead Sea. Who knew we could find bacteria literally everywhere? But how can extremophiles really help in the search for life? Extremophiles have helped us understand that life can exist in extreme environments that were previously thought to be uninhabitable. Scientists believe that if life can exist in such extreme conditions on Earth, it is possible that it could also exist in analog conditions on Mars and moons such as Titan and Io that have extreme conditions. In addition to helping us understand the potential for life beyond Earth, extremophiles have also attracted the attention of astrobiologists, scientists who study the origins, evolution, distribution, and future of life in the universe. Astrobiologists use extremophiles as models to develop hypotheses about the possibility of extraterrestrial life in extreme environments. They explore how life might adapt to different environments and what signatures of life they might look for on other planets or moons. Astrobiologists also use extremophiles to develop technologies and methods for detecting life beyond Earth. For example, extremophiles that survive in low nutrient environments have inspired the development of biosensors that can detect extremely small amounts of organic molecules, a potential indicator of life in extraterrestrial environments. Another example, when scientists discovered water on Mars, they used extremophiles as a model to understand if life could exist in the extreme environment of Mars. This research helped them to plan the exploration of Mars and look for signs of life. In April 2019, Israel attempted to become the fourth country to successfully land on the moon. However, during its landing attempt, the spacecraft experienced a technical malfunction and crashed into the lunar surface. As a result of the crash, the spacecraft's payload, which included thousands of microscopic tardigrades, was released onto the moon's surface. While it is unknown whether the tardigrades survived the crash and are still present on the moon, imagine if they actually survived. Because we may have potentially contaminated the lunar environment by Earth organisms. Very interesting, right? Extremophiles are unique creatures that have helped us understand the possibility of life in extreme environments. By studying these unique creatures, we can expand our understanding of what conditions are necessary for life and where it might exist in the universe. Who knows, maybe one of you might become an astrobiologist and get a chance to work with extremophiles and find an alien life.